Hello humans, animals, aliens of the universe. Today we will be talking about cancel culture, and we are being visited by our special friend, Chi-Chi. Okay, so apparently you're not only gonna watch me talk about cancel culture, but you're also gonna watch me get attacked by my dog. Okay, let's get started. So, natatandaan niyo ba nung kinancel out natin si Taylor Swift? Nangyari to nung naglabas ng bagong kanta si Kanye. Tapos Taylor was like, oh, I didn't know anything about that. And basta nagkaroon ng scandal. We were all like, oh, Taylor Swift is cancelled kasi she keeps playing the victim. Or do you remember any instance where you've heard or where you've seen the phrase, blank is cancelled? I'm sure most of us have heard or seen that phrase kasi, you know, cancel culture has become a trend recently, more especially on social media. Canceling someone is ending your support for this person because of what that person has probably said or what that person has probably done. So if you say something offensive or if you've done something inappropriate, you're most likely gonna get canceled. By the way, sorry kung like mukha lang akong parang ewan ngayon kasi kakagising ko lang a few hours ago. You know, just had breakfast. Tapos kakatapos ko lang maghugas ng dishes. Yes. Anyways. Ang kulit mo. Can you relax? Pwede. Relax. Okay, back to what we were talking about. So, cancel culture actually arose from black culture where it was an idea that was supposed to empower the black people to reject certain parts of pop culture that spread harmful ideas. And thanks to social media, black culture in particular has actually been widely recognized around the globe, and cancel culture is one of those influences that became widely known to everyone. So at first it was more popularly used on Twitter. Canceling someone was just a reaction towards a person who has different opinions from you, but then it evolved into this response, to this collective call to actually boycott this public figure because of what that person has said or done. It's pretty similar to call-out culture where, yun na, sa pangalan, you call out someone for what they've done and you try to really pinpoint out their mistakes. But what is the problem with this exactly? Like, what's so wrong with calling out someone publicly and pointing out their mistakes? They should be held accountable for what they've done. For some people, while the popularity of this cancel culture rises, it has become an exaggerated movement of hate. Parang sinasabi ng mga tao, OA na, too much na siya. It promotes the idea of not forgiving a person for what they've done. Parang friendship lang yan. Pag may gumawa ng mali sa'yo, tapos you decided that you're not going to forgive them, you don't give them a chance to explain. You don't hear them out. Instead, you just end your support for that person. You end your friendship. You end all connections with that person. And that's what cancel culture is like. With this, pag hindi natin binigay yung mga oportunidad sa tao na magbago, it doesn't give them room for growth. So the whole idea of cancel culture, it also creates less space for that person to grow into a better human being. And siguro the reason why some people say that it has become exaggerated is cancel culture allows people to be triggered by just the minor inconveniences. People nowadays, they're canceling this, they're canceling that. Oh, they're canceling this, then it means we should also cancel that. Parang lahat na lang ng mga bagay that shouldn't be complicated. Kino-complicate. Masyado nang woke yung mga tao, okay? We're all too woke. There's nothing wrong with being woke. I also believe that we should be aware of the issues going on in our lives. Pero, magkakaproblema if it's too much. And sometimes, canceling someone, parang sinasabi natin na they're not entitled to their own opinions or they're not entitled to their own rights. Minsan kasi they use for cancel culture or for the wrong reasons na. But despite all of this, cancel culture gives gives us an important role. It's an opportunity for us to express our thoughts and voice out our opinions. As regular people, we don't really have power compared to those who are famous enough to distract us from the real issue. We don't have enough power against those people who have money to cover up what they've done. For example, there's a singer who creates a racist comment. We don't have the power to make that person stop singing. We don't have the power to make that person stop becoming famous. Unless we're God. Unless we have actual magical powers that will take away his ability to sing. But we're not God and we don't have those powers. But with cancel culture, we have the power to not associate ourselves with that person who has created a mistake. We have the power to stop listening to that person. What's gonna happen if we cancel that person? That person's still going to create music. That person is still going to create songs. But for whom? For no one. Kasi no one's listening to him anymore. No one's there to support him. Create all the music he wants, but no one's gonna be there. Cancel culture allows ourselves to not get involved with a person's shenanigans. And that's the scary thing about cancel culture. It can make a person feel alone. I think that it's important that we stop canceling people from the one mistake that they've done. Syempre, iba pa rin if the person has committed these mistakes numerous times already despite being called out. Then syempre, oh my god, my dog's peeing. Wait lang. Okay, we are back. You know, one mistake does not define a person's whole being. We should instead create conversations with them, educate them, and try to help them change their mistakes. I highly encourage everyone to continue to call out people for the wrongdoings that they do, but we should stop easily calling out for someone to be cancelled. For example, committing murder. Obviously, you deserve a lifetime in prison, but for someone who, let's say, steals a loaf of bread, will that person deserve a lifetime in prison? Diba hindi? So, the way we judge people and their mistakes, ganun din. There are certain degrees that we should look at. When we react towards someone, we shouldn't react in a way that we imply that that person doesn't have room to change or that that person is incapable of becoming a better version of themselves. We should have a better response on how we're going to educate people and their mistakes rather than just canceling them out instantly. We should also stop canceling people for what they've done in the past. Like, for example, if we dig up dirt from long ago and then we bring it up now just to create an issue and then we just suddenly ask for that person to be cancelled, I think that's wrong because the person now is different from the person in the past. We should allow the person to explain himself or to say sorry. And we shouldn't just ask for a person to be cancelled immediately. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we shouldn't cancel out people easily as we do. If we cancel out this person for their mistakes, they're still gonna exist. They're still gonna be there. You know how some people nowadays here in the Philippines, when we say, oh, if you're a Duterte supporter, unfriend me na, that's somehow a way of canceling a person. But what really are we doing? Like, the whole point of calling out a person for their wrong thoughts is because we want to see change. And the way we do cancel culture now is we're forgetting that main point. Because how can we see change if we don't allow that person to change? We don't educate that person. We just end our connections with them. I think it's really much better if we engage in conversations and together we move on and we try to develop into better people. Thank you guys for joining me and Chi-Chi on our talk about cancel culture. Kahit napakakulit niya, she kept humping me. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe. Check out my other videos too that I have already uploaded and watch out for more videos. Say bye, Chi-Chi! Bye-bye! See you next time. Bye!